Ladies and gentlemen, let's be upstanding as we receive the First Ladies. Together with Dr. Rasha Kelej. Welcome, Your Excellencies. Together with Professor Funk. Once again, a very warm welcome to all the First Ladies. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming. And of course, our host today, the First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia. Big round of applause to her. Thank you so much, Her Excellence, Mrs. Fatoumata Barbaro. Aha. I don't know what he meant, but it means clap your hands even more. Yeah. Is it possible for you to come here? Please come here and say this on the, because I didn't hear. I just heard Barbaro. Wonderful. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to all the First Ladies from the different countries who have made it here. Once again, a warm welcome. We'll be officially welcoming each of the First Ladies individually. We'll be telling you a little about each of them, and we'll also be listening to some of the things that they are doing in their own countries to make sure that the work continues happening in these countries. I am not a medical person, but I read a lot about science and medicine, and there's a professor who told me that every healthy human being deserves 12 compliments a day. Yeah? So that people are healthy, they require to be complimented. So turn to the person next to you and tell them something nice. Tell the person next to you something nice, even if you're lying. We need to be healthy, eh? You need to keep people healthy. So lie, it's okay. You can say you look very nice even if you know they are not very nice. Yeah, just tell them anything. Tell them your tie is exquisite. Even if you know the tie is cheap, huh? Tell them something nice. We need to be healthy, right? Yeah. Huh? Get to know one another, get to know your neighbor's name. You never know, you might be in the same industry, and from here you can continue working together. My name is Brian Mlondo from the most beautiful country in the world, Uganda. You're refusing. Are there Ugandans in the house? Yes, aren't we the most beautiful? But first relax, the most beautiful country is the Gambia. It's the Gambia. Yeah. Then Uganda, then others. Yes, after that. We're going to have a very fantastic morning, ladies and gentlemen. For now, we'll be waiting for the Vice President to arrive, and when he gets here, we'll start officially. In the meantime, I'll ask the band, police band, to give us some. Oh, my friend, please come, please come. Say exactly what you said.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just pray, and the Gambian people pray for Her Excellency the First Lady, because, just a minute, because she always travel all over the country to help people, to develop people, to build hospital, and to educate people, especially the newly born babies. And I am appealing to the general public to give a standing ovation for Her Excellency, the First Lady. A standing ovation for the First Lady.
And in the same breath, let's all be upstanding for the arrival of the Vice President. Ladies and gentlemen. Aha. All right. We'll all stay upstanding. Please stay upstanding for the anthem of the Republic of the Gambia. Thank you very much. We'll now have, please stay upstanding, please stay upstanding. Yeah, did I tell you to sit? Wonderful. Let's stay upstanding. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now observe a moment, 30 seconds for each one of us to pray for a successful conference. In your own faith, please say a prayer to your God for 30 seconds. And all of us, amen. You can be seated. Once again, a very good morning to you. And for the benefit of everyone in the room, if you need translation, please get yourself the translation headphones. There's a booth at the back of the room. You'll be able to listen to English and French. Channel 1 is English, Channel 2 is French. If you also have maybe someone to help you get the headphones, please do that. At the back, the team will make sure they help you. And at the end of the event, please return the headsets. Again, I welcome you today. Can we give a big, big round of applause to the people of Gambia who have welcomed us to this 12th edition of Merck Foundation Africa Asia Luminary. Your Excellencies, I am completely humbled today because this is the first country where a Mercedes-Benz is used as a taxi. I can't believe it. So when I go back home, I will be looking at all Mercedes-Benz drivers as taxi drivers. It is absolutely amazing here. Thank you so much for the warm reception. This year's conference is co-chaired by Her Excellency Mrs. Fatoumata Barrow, the First Lady of the Gambia and Ambassador of Merck Foundation, More Than a Mother. Round of applause to her once again. Together with Senator Dr. Rasha Kelej, the CEO of Merck Foundation and President of Merck of More Than a Mother campaign. Another round of applause. And also in partnership with the government of the Gambia. Thank you so much. Now, the conference will be officially inaugurated by His Excellency, Mr. Mohammed B.S. Jallow, the Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia. Thank you so much for coming, who is also here to represent the President of the Gambia, Mr. Adama Barrow. Together also with Professor Dr. Frank Stagenberg-Haverkamp, the Chairman of Merck Foundation Board of Trustees. Thank you so much for being here. Today, we gather for the very first time in the Gambia. And it's still fresh in my mind when the First Lady said, Gambia is next, and we are here. This is the land of breathtaking landscapes. It has vibrant culture, warm, welcoming people, but also this land is known for its stunning Atlantic coastline. Have you been at the beach? Have you got an opportunity? There's also rich wildlife. Yesterday I went to the crocodile farm. I didn't touch the crocodiles because I had to be there, right? But get some time during your visit and see some of these places. The mighty river Gambia that flows through the heart of the country. The Gambia indeed is truly a gem of West Africa. Big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to welcome our distinguished guests of honor, our valuable partners and active members of Merck Foundation First Ladies Initiative, who are also ambassadors of Merck Foundation More Than a Mother. And I'll be introducing them, Her Excellency Madame Angeline Ndayishimiye, the First Lady of the Republic of Burundi. Thank you so much for being here. Her Excellency Madame Brigitte Todera, the First Lady of the Central African Republic. Also with us today, Her Excellency Mrs. Katumu Yata Boakai, the First Lady of the Republic of Liberia. Today with us is also Her Excellency Mrs. Maria de Fatima Villanova, the First Lady of the Democratic Republic of Sao Tome and Principe. Thank you so much for being here. The First Lady of the Republic of Senegal is also here, Her Excellency Madame Marie Konefai. And of course, our host, Her Excellency Mrs. Fatoumata Barrow, the First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia. And of course, she's also the co-chairperson of the 12th edition of the Merck Foundation Africa Asia Luminary. Ladies and gentlemen, please also join me in welcoming the founder of Merck Foundation, Professor Dr. Frank Stagenberg-Haverkamp, the chairman of the Merck Foundation Board of Trustees, and he's also the former chairman of the executive board of Merck KG. I'm also truly privileged to welcome my friend, Senator Dr. Rasha Kelej, and in a few minutes, we'll be hearing from her. But allow me to also welcome some very important people in the room. My Lord, the Chief Justice of the Republic of the Gambia. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. I would like to welcome honorable ministers who have joined us today. Honorable Dr. Ahmadou Lamine Samate, the Minister of Health for the Republic of Gambia, and Honorable Dr. Habibatu Dramé, the Minister of Basic and Secondary Education from the Gambia, Honorable Fatou Sanyang Kinte, the Minister of Gender, Children and Social Welfare, Honorable Lamine Jabi, the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy. Thank you for being here. Also joining us, Honorable Serine Modunjie, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation, and Gambians abroad. Thank you for being here. The Minister of Tourism and Culture, Honorable Abdou Jobe. Thank you so much. Also today with us, the Minister of Fisheries and Water Resources, Honorable Musa Drame. The Minister of Environment and Climate Change, Honorable Roh John. Thank you so much for being here. Today also is the Minister of Lands in the Gambia, Honorable Hamad Nkeba. Thank you so much for being here. Honorable Nani Juwara, the Minister of Petroleum, is also here. Thank you so much. Plus the Chief of Staff, Honorable Maud Sese. Ladies and gentlemen, this next introduction is also very important, yeah? And please, I request you to give a big round of applause from Uganda, Honorable Sarah Opendi. Yeah. She's been a Minister of State for Health in Uganda, a Minister of State for Lands, a Minister of State for Energy and Mineral Development. And in Uganda, our election is in January, the 12th of January, and she's seeking another term in Parliament. So, Your Excellency, she might come back to the Gambia as the Vice President. We don't know. We pray for her success. But she's also been here from day one of this entire campaign. So we thank you so much for coming and being here. Please allow me to also recognize former Vice President, Mrs. Fatoumata Jallow. Thank you so much for being here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I also continue to acknowledge and welcome the presence of excellencies, ambassadors, high commissioners, and consuls general of African countries. Here today, we also have the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly. We have members of the Diplomatic Corps and Consular Corps, National Assembly members, United Nations residence coordinators, heads of UN agencies, senior government officials, members of the press, all protocol duly and respectfully observed. I also welcome our partners today, the technical advisors, scientific session speakers who will hear from in the sessions for the next 2 days, academia, healthcare experts, and Merck Foundation alumni. And just like previous editions, this conference is conducted in a hybrid mode. Today, Your Excellency, we have more than 6,000 participants that are participating today. We are privileged that they would make their time to be here. Also, I would like to recognize the spouses of ministers who are here, and also the spouse of the Vice President is also here. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. Thank you so much for being here. Now, it gives me great pleasure to invite Senator Dr. Rasha Kelej. Before she comes, let me tell you about her. She's a trailblazer. She is very humble. She doesn't like this, but I always do it, yeah? So I'm going to ask her to sit until I finish this introduction of her. She's very relentless, a very relentless advocate for health and girl education. She's a visionary leader and a true champion of social change across Africa and beyond. I have met very many people, but I've never met a person who is as passionate as her. She has unwavering commitment to what she does. And for us, we've seen her change countless lives. A very driving force and the heart of Merck Foundation and its programs. She has been recognized as one of the 100 most influential Africans for 6 consecutive years. I was expecting you to clap, yeah? So since 2019, she's been recognized and a pioneer in building healthcare capacity, empowering women, and supporting girl education. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me Senator Dr. Rasha Kelej, the CEO of Merck Foundation.
Good morning. Assalamu alaikum. I would like first to welcome all of you. Thank you for having the time to be with us today at the 12th edition of Merck Foundation Africa Asia Luminary, which is being conducted for the first time in the beautiful Gambia. Of course, I would like to welcome His Excellency Mr. Mohammed B.S. Jallow, the Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia, for being with us. It's a great honor. And of course, I welcome or she welcomed me, my dear sister, the host, Her Excellency Mrs. Fatoumata Bahbaru, the First Lady of the Gambia, the beautiful and very influential and very dedicated First Lady that we work together since 2017. And of course, she is the co-chair of this edition of Luminary and the host of the conference, this big conference. And I'm very happy to be with her today and to make it a great success. But now I would like to welcome my dear sisters, the First Ladies of Africa, and our ambassadors, the ambassadors of Merck Foundation, More Than a Mother, who traveled all this way. I know it's a long journey for some, of course. So to be with us today and to join us to share experience and knowledge and the impact that we have done together through our partnership. I will start alphabetically from A to Z. Her Excellency, Madame Angeline Ndjidime, the First Lady of the Republic of Burundi. Thank you very much for being with us. And Her Excellency, Madame Brigitte Touadéra, the First Lady of the Central African Republic. And Her Excellency, Mrs. Fatoumata Bahbaru, of course, I mean, I have to do it alphabetically. Also the First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia and the host of the Luminary. And Her Excellency, Mrs. Kartumu Yarta Bokai, the First Lady of the Republic of Liberia. And we have together, will join us at night because for other commitment, but she is with us as well, Her Excellency Senator Olorimi Tinubu Kon, the First Lady of the Republic of Nigeria. She is joining us tonight. And Her Excellency Mrs. Maria Di Fatima Villanova, the First Lady of the Democratic Republic of São Tomé and Príncipe. And of course, Her Excellency Madame Marie Cohn Faye, the First Lady of the Republic of Senegal. Of course, I would like to welcome all honorable ministers who joined us today and the spouses of the ministers and the spouse of the Vice President, who thank you very much for joining us. But also I would like to welcome my dear sister and the first partner I worked with since 2012, Her Honorable Sarah Obindi, from Uganda, the Member of Parliament and the ministers of many, many different specialities. Of course, I would like to welcome all the alumni who came from different countries that we been able to connect to the Gambia. So I would like to welcome all of you to be with us today and to enjoy and benefit from the sessions, the medical sessions that are going to be held and conducted in parallel of this panel discussion. So I'd like to welcome all of you, excellencies, ambassadors, and all protocol reserved. Thank you very much for being with us. Allow me to speak a little bit about what we have done together. With First Ladies, of course, we worked with many First Ladies, almost 30 First Ladies all over the years. Not all of them been able to join us today for convenient and logistics issue, of course, because in some countries it's a big, long trip. But all of them was joined us already in June during our Merck Foundation First Ladies Initiative, and we have shared all our experience. And together we had provided more than 2,400 scholarships for doctors and healthcare providers from 52 countries in more than 42 medical, underserved, and critical specialties. It's a huge number. It's actually many of them became the first specialists in their fields, in their countries, like, for example, the first oncologist, the first diabetologist, and respiratory care, ICU care, intensive care, ophthalmology, reproductive and sexual care, fertility specialist, embryologist, emergency pediatric, and all the oncology subspecialties like pediatric oncology, internal oncology, clinical oncology, and all the oncology. It's really amazing program. And these scholarships has actually transformed the patient care landscape in the public sectors in all these countries. Because in many countries, like for example, Burundi and Liberia and Sierra Leone and Gambia, we have provided the training for the first specialists. Before, we had provided the scholarships of 1-year diploma and 2-year master degree in these specialties. There was no such local specialties in such fields. All the patient has either to travel abroad or not to have the care at all. And this is a great transformation. Out of these 2,400, in the Gambia alone, we provided in partnership with the First Lady of the Gambia, 94 scholarships for healthcare providers. It is transformational number, since of course we know the population of the Gambia is small, and this consider a huge achievement and transformation in the patient care landscape. If we have some of the Gambian alumni who graduated from our scholarships, can you please stand up? Wow. Great. I mean, thank you very much. Please sit down. Thank you very much. This is only the part who live in the capital. Of course, nationwide, we have more numbers, but of course, the travel and the logistics, again, we couldn't, but they're gonna join us online. And from here, I welcome them as well, because this is live streamed online on our social media. So, of course, in each country, we have similar achievement, and we continue doing this year after year, and it will be a great transformational, definitely. And of course, I would like also to talk about the other program, which is Educating Linda program, where we're supporting the education of thousands of girls to finish their high school, and to cross this bottleneck so they can reach out to their dreams and fulfill their potential. And education, girls' education, all of us know how important it is. No need to say anything. And of course, also in partnership with Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Gambia, and the rest of the African First Ladies, who's our ambassadors as well. We are providing annually 40 scholarships for high performance but unprivileged girls until they finish their education, and we replace them as soon as they graduate from high school. Of course, there's too many programs, but I'm not going to speak about all of them. I will invite you to join our social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and also our website to know more about what we are doing, from community awareness, from education and medical or healthcare development and capacity building. So at the end, I would like to thank you again and welcome all our alumni. We have alumni from Gabon, from the Gambia, from Ghana, Kenya, Liberia, Malawi, Mauritania, Nigeria, Rwanda, Senegal, Sierra Leone, and Uganda. Can you please, our alumni, can you please stand up? This is a small presentation of the doctors that been graduated from our scholarships. And of course, this is a small representation of the 2,400 scholarships we provided since 2017. Thank you very much for, please sit down. We rely on you to develop the healthcare in Africa. Thank you very much. And of course, I will leave the stage for Professor Frank Stengenberg-Haverkamp, the chairman of Merck Foundation, the founder of Merck Foundation. And without his support, this will never be here, and the Merck Foundation will never exist. So I would like also to leave the stage for Brian to introduce him and leave the stage for him. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Senator Dr. Rasha Keleji. Another round of applause. Now, also joining us today, please allow me welcome Honorable Bakari Y. Badje, the Minister of Youth and Sports. Wonderful. Dr. Rasha has talked about Professor Frank, and before he comes, I also would like to talk about him. For me, he is a black man in a white skin, right? Because his heart is about Africa. He's a man who is infusing tradition and modernity with impossible elegance. And his genius lies not only in the vision, but in synthesis, the ability to weave these disparate threads, say business, science, art, ethics, into one single coherent fabric. This man, so back home, I am in the news. I do radio, I do television. And every single morning, I speak to about 15 million people. And I interact with so many leaders. And where most leaders are chasing, profit and things for themselves, Professor Frank chases legacy. He's determined to leave behind not just a balance sheet, but also very critical cultural monuments. Please welcome with me the chairman of Merck Foundation Board of Trustees and former chairman of the executive board, Professor Dr. Frank Stengenberg-Haverkamp. Welcome, sir.
Give me too much honor. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to be red for shame listening to what Brian just said. But this is my fourth visit to this wonderful country. And right. First visit is some 20 years ago, the last visit some 15 years ago. And if I remember back, what do I remember? I remember, of course, first thing, the fantastic chaos catching the ferry over the river downtown. You all remember that. Yeah? So that's gone, it's a bridge now. I remember these wonderful beaches, they're still there. I remember, of course, the captain's fish, I had it yesterday evening again. It's fantastic. And the very, very friendly people. I must say, it's one of the most friendliest countries in Africa. That's the truth. Yeah. And the development over the past years, it's fantastic. I can only congratulate you to that. The country is really moving ahead. So far, some private words. Now let's come to the more official part. 13 years of our development program in Africa, Asia, and underserved communities. His Excellency, the Vice President of the Gambia, Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Gambia, our host, Your Excellencies, First Ladies of Africa, Honorable Ministers, members of the diplomatic corps, distinguished speakers, experts, healthcare providers, policy makers, media representatives, and of course, Merck Foundation alumni. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the 12th edition of the Merck Foundation Africa Asia Luminary. Special edition here in this beautiful country of the Gambia, the smiling coast of Africa, that's very true, a land renowned for its warmth, hospitality, and rich culture. I wish to express my deepest gratitude to His Excellency Mr. Muhammad B.S. Yallo, the Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia, representing His Excellency Mr. Adama Barrow, President of the Republic of the Gambia, for his support and valuable presence today to inaugurate our annual conference. I would also like to extend my sincere thanks to Her Excellency Mrs. Fatoumata Barrow, the First Lady of the Gambia, Ambassador of Merck Foundation, more than a mother, and co-chairperson of the 12th edition of the Merck Foundation Africa-Asia Luminary, for her dedication and support in making this conference possible and her unwavering support she gave to our cause for the past years back. Furthermore, we are truly grateful to the government of the Gambia for their support and partnership in hosting the Merck Foundation Africa-Asia Luminary. It is always a great honor to welcome the Excellencies, the First Ladies and Ambassadors of the Merck Foundation More Than a Mother campaign. Together, we celebrate their remarkable achievements, we will hear more about it today, and acknowledge the significant milestones realized in the respective countries through our joint program and long-term partnerships. Your Excellencies, I sincerely thank you for your time and commitment in being with us today as our esteemed guest of honor. We know it is a long journey for most of you, but this luminary is not only an opportunity to celebrate our achievements together, but also a unique platform to foster the exchange of your invaluable experiences and success stories in addressing healthcare challenges, breaking the stigma of infertility and supporting girls' education in your respective countries through Merck Foundation's programs in partnership with your own offices and foundations. What makes this platform truly meaningful is the spirit of partnership it represents. It brings together leaders, experts, and partners from across Africa and Asia to share knowledge, shape strategies, and strengthen our collective impact. It is through such open dialogue and opportunity and cooperation that Merck Foundation is in a position to develop its unique strategy and sustainable programs that addresses the real needs of African communities. For the past 13 years, all our programs have reflected our mission, that is to build and advance healthcare capacity, transform the patient care landscape, break the stigma of infertility, empower women, and support girls' education across the continent and beyond. Working closely with First Ladies and other partners, including Ministers of Health, Ministers of Education and Gender Affairs, medical societies, media and art, representing their sovereignty, providing sustainable solutions, and genuinely investing in people and their social and health development. This has made Merck Foundation one of the most trusted and respected foundations in Africa, and we are truly proud of this. As you are all aware of, we believe that good healthcare can transform the lives of individuals and families across developing countries. Its significance contributes to the economic and social development of any country because healthcare is a major driver of both. Therefore, we strongly committed to transforming the patient care landscape through our scholarship programs. Since 2012, we have provided more than 2,400 scholarships of one-year diploma and two-year master's degree for healthcare providers from 52 countries across 44 critical and underserved medical specialties, including oncology and cancer care, diabetes, endocrinology, cardiovascular, fertility care, embryology, sexual and reproductive medicine, internal medicine, respiratory medicine, acute medicine, critical care, pediatric emergency, rheumatology, clinical psychiatry, urology, ophthalmology, general surgery, trauma and orthopedic, dermatology, neonatal care, pain management, and much more. I deliberately mention them all to see how wide we are really trying to tackle the problem. As you all know, the lack of financial resources is not the only challenge facing Africa. A far more pressing issue is the scarcity of trained healthcare providers capable of effectively preventing, diagnosing, and managing diseases. This sweeping shortage of medical and healthcare personnel has been one of the most critical barriers to access quality healthcare across the continent. As per WHO's 2021 report, African continent has 24% of the world's disease burden, whereas there are only 2.9 healthcare workers per 1,000 capita. Quite a depressing relationship. As per the WHO 2024 Global Health Report, Africa has 268 public medical schools in the entire continent. 11 countries have just one medical school, and 11 countries has no medical school at all. This is compounded by the maldistribution of workforce among urban and rural areas and the public and private sectors. This gap in human resources has a profound impact on health outcomes. For instance, before the start of the Merck Foundation programs in 2012, there was not a single oncologist, fertility or reproductive care specialist, or diabetologist in many countries, just to give you some example of the need we tried to bridge. Therefore, you will all agree that the 2,400 scholarships provided by Merck Foundation hold great significance as they play a vital role in driving public health transformation. Many of our foundation alumni have become the first specialists in their country, including countries like Namibia, Liberia, the Gambia, Burundi, Malawi, Sierra Leone, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Guinea, Equatorial Guinea, Ethiopia, Congo, Nepal, Bangladesh, and more countries. So we are all making history together in that respect. I would like to acknowledge our Merck Foundation alumni from 52 countries who are with us here, whether personally or virtually. Your achievements through these scholarship programs fills us with immense pride. You are the future experts and leaders of healthcare in your countries. To those who have already graduated and are serving on the front lines of care, congratulations on the outstanding impact you are creating. I have had the opportunity to meet many of you over the years, and each encounter has left me deeply moved by your dedication, commitment to serve your people and your country, and the remarkable difference you are already making in your respective communities. Please keep up the good work. It is absolutely needed. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to highlight our signature campaign, Merck Foundation More Than a Mother. Through this powerful movement, we are deeply committed to breaking infertility stigma and addressing a wide range of social and health issues, such as supporting girl education, ending child marriage, stopping gender-based violence, ending female genital mutilation, and empowering women and young girls. Your Excellencies, I'm delighted that you have embraced your role as ambassadors of Merck Foundation More Than a Mother with such dedication. By working hand in hand with us to actively tackle these issues through many of our key initiatives, including our health media training, annual awards, storybooks, and animation films, a whole range of educational material. Another initiative I'm particularly proud of is our Educating Linda program, which supports girl education. Don't forget, educated girls grow into empowered women who can drive social and economic development in their respective communities and countries. I'm happy that you share this passion and are working closely with us to provide scholarships for underprivileged yet gifted girls, giving them the opportunity to realize their potential and achieve their dreams. To all those present here with us and to everyone joining virtually, I trust that you will find these 2 days enriching with valuable knowledge and perspective shared with our distinguished experts and speakers across the scientific and community awareness sessions. Last but not least, I wish to reaffirm that Merck Foundation, with Excellencies, the First Ladies, and our esteemed partners will continue striving to bridge healthcare gaps and address the social challenges that affects our communities. Together, we are making a difference to lead the world to a healthier and better future. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much, Professor Frank. Another round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me our host for the 12th edition of the Merck Foundation Africa Asia Luminary, the First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia, Her Excellency Mrs. Fatoumata Barbar.
Brian, thank you. Brian, why you didn't shake the hand of the crocodile? Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of the Gambia, humbly represented by the Vice President, Excellencies, my sister First Ladies of Africa, honorable ministers here present, our esteemed partners, the Chairman and CEO of Merck Foundation partners and alumni, members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a great honor to welcome you all here today, not just as individuals, but as a powerful partners united by a shared goal, a healthier and more empowered future for our nations. Let me begin by warmly welcoming my sisters, First Ladies, the Merck Foundation team, and Gambia, the smiling coast of Africa, and also the land of Kunta Kinte. Today, as we convey for the 12th edition of Africa Asia Luminary, we gather as sisters, advocates, and champions of progress. Together, we will reflect on our shared commitment to strengthening health systems, building the capacity of our healthcare professionals, promoting responsible journalism, and supporting the next generation of African leaders and caregivers. Sisterhood in the truest sense is rooted in love, support, unity, and mutual respect. As First Ladies, we are not only symbolic figures, we are mothers, caregivers, and servants with a unique platform to uplift the voices of the vulnerable and marginalized, ensuring that no one is left behind. When we talk about health, we are talking about the most fundamental human right, the right to life, dignity, and well-being. Health is not just merely the absence of illness, but the presence of opportunity, the chance for every individual to live a full, productive, and dignified life. This is why strategic partners like the one we share with the Merck Foundation are so crucial. Our collaboration had played a pivotal role in advancing the healthcare in the Gambia and across Africa. Today, we have made strides in empowering health professionals through specialized training, ensuring they are better equipped to deliver quality care to those who need it most. About 100 Gambian doctors have been provided scholarships over the years to strengthen our public healthcare sector and building a stronger medical workforce for the future. Scholarships ranging from diplomas to postgraduate levels, where is vital fields including oncology, fertility, embryology, sexual and reproductive care, respiratory care, acute medicine, infectious disease, and pediatric and child health, among others. A key pillar in health system development, ensuring that our doctors, nurses, midwives, and technicians are supported through continuous education and access to resources. Sadly, we still witness too many of our healthcare workers being overburdened and over-resourced. It is through partnership with philanthropist organizations like the Merck Foundation that we can continue to uplift these professionals, raising awareness around various diseases, including health outcomes across the continent. On behalf of the Gambia, our sister First Ladies, and indeed of all Africa, I extend my deepest gratitude to the chairman of Merck, CEO, and the entire Merck Foundation family, and for your tireless work, unwavering support, and firm dedication through our joint initiatives, scholarships, and mentorship programs. A new generation of African healthcare professionals is rising, equipped to serve their communities and excellent compassion and skill. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as First Ladies, many of us continue to champion programs focused on well-being of women, children, and youth. For me personally, the health and empowerment of girls and women remain my top priority. I have been deeply involved in efforts to improve access to quality health care in the Gambia, especially in the areas of maternal and neonatal health. Equally important is the role of the media in shaping the public perception and behavior, particularly when it comes to health. In the information age today, responsibility that lies with our journalists is immense. They have the power to inform, educate, and inspire action, but they must be well equipped to do so ethically and accurately. We have seen how misinformation can cost lives, especially during pandemics and disease outbreaks. The reason for which I strongly support initiatives that provide training for responsible health journalism, which is being organized as part of this conference sections. Let us continue to empower the media with the knowledge and tools to deliver fact-based, life-saving information to the public. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely thank my sisters, the First Ladies, for honoring us with your presence here in the Gambia, and I also thank the Merck Foundation for selecting the Gambia as the host of this year's prestigious event. You are always warmly welcome here, and I hope your time in our beautiful country is both productive and memorable. I extend a heartfelt appreciation to all who contributed to the success of this event, as well as the government and the people of the Gambia for the warm hospitality extended to our guests. Through we may be first ladies, we are first and foremost compassionate people with a responsibility to act to amplify the voices of those who need to give them hope for a better future. As African First Ladies, let us continue to align with our efforts with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, to eradicate poverty, promote health and education, and achieve gender equality. We must nurture stronger bonds as collaboration across borders to bring about lasting transformation. The need to learn from each other, support one another, and work in solidarity is critical. If we are to overcome our shared challenges, the role of a woman in peace, development, and progress across Africa must be cherished and nurtured. It is only by standing together for a common cause that we can truly make a difference. Once again, I thank you all for visiting the smiling coast of Africa. Thank you, my dear sisters.
Another round of applause for our host. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for hosting us. You asked why I didn't touch the crocodile. I asked the guys there, I asked them, has anyone ever been eaten by a crocodile here? They said no. I said, nope, I don't want to be the first. So I just took a picture from a distance. I'll Photoshop it. But for Ugandans, as far as we are concerned, I touched them. Eh? That's the story we are giving back home, okay? We also want to recognize the FAB Foundation Board of Directors here and management and staff. Thank you so much for your work. The First Lady has talked about Kunta Kinte. For some of you who don't know, Kunta Kinte was a story that we grew up with back in the day when there was still black and white TVs, yeah? And for those who don't know, Kunta Kinte was a Mandika man who was transported to the US to serve as a slave. He was later given the name Toby, yeah? But books were written and a series was done later. So please go and check it out if you love reading. You can read a book called Roots, the Saga of an American Family. Fantastic, fantastic. So I have to tell you, I didn't know it's from the Gambia. So I've connected. I'm like, I've finally reached what I've finally seen what I studied in school. Eh? So if you have time, also check out a village called Jofuri. Is it called Jofuri? Is that how you pronounce it? Yes, go there and see this history, yeah? Come to life. Again, a warm round of applause to the Gambia for hosting us. Now, it's my great honor and privilege, ladies and gentlemen, now to invite His Excellency, Mr. Muhammad B.S. Jallow, the Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia.
Thank you very much. My Lord the Chief Justice, the former Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia, Your Excellencies, the First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia, and Excellencies, the First Lady of Burundi, the First Lady of the Central African Republic, the First Lady of Liberia, the First Lady of Sao Tome and Principe, the First Lady of Senegal, our partners, the Chairman of Merck Foundation, Board of Trustees, and CEO of Merck Foundation, the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly and honorable members of the National Assembly here present, honorable ministers here present, the members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps here present. Let me also join the organizer in recognizing the honorable member from the Republic of Uganda. I had the privilege and honor of meeting your vice president most of the time, because normally your president doesn't travel like mine. My president doesn't like to travel. So most of the time, some of us vice presidents we meet, and I meet Her Excellency the Vice President of Uganda and extend my regards to her. The media, senior government officials here present, members of the press, all protocols duly and respectfully observed. Allow me, on behalf of His Excellency the President of the Republic of the Gambia, President Adama Barrow, who would have wanted to be here with you, but due to other engagements, he has asked me to represent him and read this statement on his behalf. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to the Gambia for the 12th edition of the Merck Foundation Africa Asia Luminary, which is being held in partnership with the government of the Gambia and co-chaired by the First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia, Madam Fatuma Barrow. I am honored to join this distinguished gathering of Africa's First Ladies. You are all women of grace, courage, and purpose, whose leadership continues to transform and uplift countless lives across our countries and the African continent at large. Today, we have come together not only to celebrate your remarkable achievements, but also to recognize your unwavering commitment to humanity. Through your determined efforts in advancing health, education, and social welfare, you are proven to be not just symbols of hope, but also true agents of change. Such change is necessary in order to achieve the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and the African Union Agenda 2063. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, through your tireless initiatives, you have brought life and light to many families, ensuring that children receive quality education, that mothers have access to proper health care, and that once forgotten communities have a voice and a future. From fighting maternal mortality to empowering women economically, your work exemplifies compassion and leadership in action. You have demonstrated that real progress begins when we invest in people, care for the sick, educate the young, and empower the vulnerable. Indeed, your work may appear to be simply humanitarian in nature, but it is actually nation building in its purest and most impactful form. Your Excellencies, we are proud of your ongoing partnership with the Merck Foundation, the philanthropic arm of Merck. This is a globally respected pharmaceutical company whose dedication to driving health and social transformation in Africa under the leadership of its chairman, Professor Frank, and CEO, Rasa Kelech, is truly remarkable. Together, you are working remarkably to strengthen healthcare systems and expand access to essential services. Your joint efforts in providing medical care, training healthcare professionals, and leading awareness campaigns on infertility as ambassadors of Merck, More Than a Mother, and other often misunderstood issues are highly commendable. Your partnership in equipping doctors, nurses, and community health workers with the knowledge, tools, and training they need to save lives This initiative has become even more valuable following the outbreak of COVID-19. When we invest in the skills of our health workers, we are effectively investing in the future of our communities. Trained and motivated health professionals are the backbone of every strong health system, which is necessary for a nation's social, economic, and political stability. I wish to take this opportunity to express my deepest gratitude to all health professionals across the Gambia and Africa at large. Yours is a noble profession, and your service to humanity is deeply appreciated. We can never thank you enough. Your Excellencies, through your collaboration with Merck, you have advanced the cause of important issues ranging from raising awareness about infertility, championing girls' education, to supporting the youth in areas like fashion, art, and journalism. These efforts simultaneously restore dignity and hope while yielding immeasurable economic and social benefits for our communities. I thank the Merck Foundation Chairman and CEO for initiating and sustaining this vital partnership. We wish you continued success and reaffirm our commitment to working together with you in the service of our people. Your Excellencies, in the Gambia, the government continues to place women's and girls' issues at the forefront of our national development agenda. We have introduced free education for girls, and we are committed to increasing the participation of women at all levels of our governance structures, be it in the cabinet, parliament, the judiciary, or the security services. The Department of Social Welfare under the Ministry of Gender remains at the front line of addressing the daily challenges that confront our communities, and it deserves our ongoing support. I must take a moment now to express my personal admiration to our African women for their unique role in nurturing nations, sustaining families, and leading with visionary and integrity. You embody the strength of the African spirit, resilient, resourceful, radiant, and beautiful. To my dear wife, I offer heartfelt thanks for your unwavering love and support over the years, and for always ensuring that attention is given to issues and individuals that are often overlooked by government systems. Your dedication is deeply valued. Your Excellencies, we acknowledge that as First Ladies, you influence development with compassion, and you ensure that the foundations of progress are rooted in human dignity, equality, and opportunity for all. You are not merely First Ladies by title. You are first in service, first in compassion, and first in the hearts of those you serve. May your leadership continually inspire our people across generations, heal communities, and build a stronger, healthier, and more equitable Africa. I wish you all successful deliberations. May your partnership with Merck, as well as your bonds for sisterhood, continue to thrive for the good of our respective nations and for Africa as a whole. I thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much. Another round of applause to the Vice President. Thank you. Would like now to welcome the Vice President together with the First Ladies for us to have a few pictures. So we request you, James, how do you want them to come to the front? Yes. Aha. Wonderful. Your Excellency, before you also leave, in the morning, I told my daughter I was meeting the Vice President of the Gambia, and she said, "You're lying." So, Your Excellency, I want to defend my honor before my daughter and take a picture with you so that she confirms that it is true. Are we together? Do you support? Clap for me, clap for me. Your Excellency, so that I'm also allowed back into the country, let me welcome Honorable Sarah Upendi from Uganda. I may find my immigration blocked. So please take a picture with her so that I go back home. Ah, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. For those of you who want to take a picture with the Vice President, contact me. We are busy, yeah? Thank you for honoring our invitation this morning. Another round of applause to His Excellency for making time to be here. We'll allow the protocol team to take the VP to his next assignment. In a few minutes, we are also going to listen to the First Ladies of the other countries. They'll be telling us about the work they are doing in their countries and the success that has come out of this. Remember, if you need translation, we still have headphones. Please go and get those headphones. For those of you who also will need translation from Portuguese, that is also available. So when the First Lady is speaking, you'll be able to hear. But channel 1 is English, channel 2 is French. So please remember that. All right. Without further ado, let me invite our distinguished guest of honor, the First Lady of the Republic of Burundi, Her Excellence, Madame Angeline Ndayishimiye, for her keynote speech. Welcome, Your Excellency.
Excellence, la Première Dame de Gambie, Excellence, mes chères sœurs, Première Dame d'Afrique, Monsieur le Président du Conseil d'administration de la Fondation Merck, Sénateur Dr. Khalej, PDG de la Fondation Merck, Honorables Mesdames et Messieurs les ministres, distingués invités, c'est avec immense honneur et une grande joie que je m'adresse à vous aujourd'hui, ici à Banjul, la splendide capitale de la Gambie, dans le cadre de la 12e édition de la conférence Merck Foundation Afrique-Asie Luminary. Je tiens à exprimer ma profonde gratitude envers le gouvernement gambien, en particulier à son Excellence Adama Barrow, Président de la République, et la Première Dame, son Excellence Fatoumata Barrow, pour l'accueil chaleureux et l'hospitalité qui nous ont été réservés dès notre arrivée à l'aéroport. Je félicite également la sénatrice Dr. Racha Kalej, PDG de Merck Foundation, pour l'organisation exceptionnelle de cet événement qui chaque année devient un moment de réflexion et d'action pour un avenir durable. Il me convient aussi de féliciter la Fondation Merck pour ces 13 années d'engagement aux côtés des premières dames et a conduit à la mise en œuvre des programmes de développement significatifs en Afrique, en Asie et dans des communautés mal desservies. Excellences, Première Dame, Mesdames et Messieurs, distingués invités, avec la Fondation Merck, nous avons contribué à l'amélioration du système de santé publique au Burundi en offrant 55 bourses aux jeunes médecins burundais dans les spécialités médicales critiques telles que oncologie, diabète, embryologie, fertilité, santé de la reproduction, médecine aiguë, médecine respiratoire, endocrinologie, médecine cardiovasculaire, préventive et plus encore. Ces formations spécialisées s'avèrent très bénéfiques dans le renforcement des capacités des soins de santé et l'équipement de nos médecins locaux, tout en élargissant l'accès à des services médicaux de qualité à travers le pays. En tant que mère, j'ai été profondément touchée par le poids de l'infertilité et les nombreux tabous qui entourent les femmes confrontées à cette vulnérabilité. C'est à partir de ce constat que j'ai initié le tout premier centre de traitement de l'infertilité au Burundi. Ce centre a été inauguré aux côtés de la sénatrice Racha Kalej au sein de la polyclinique Umugiraneza avec l'expertise de certains docteurs boursiers de Fondation Merck. En conséquence, 10 enfants sont déjà nés et d'autres femmes sont enceintes. Je suis également fière de partager que notre personnel dévoué, des spécialistes de la fertilité, d'embryologistes et les techniciens travaillant dans le centre ont été formés grâce aux bourses de la Fondation Merck. Le Burundi dispose aussi d'un centre de traitement de diabète initié par l'un des diplômés de la bourse de diabète de la Fondation Merck. Ce centre affiche une contribution positive à la prise en charge des diabétiques. Je voudrais maintenant mettre en évidence un programme qui m'a passionné, le programme Éduquer Linda. Vous savez tous que l'éducation d'une fille a le pouvoir de transformer non seulement la vie, mais toute sa communauté et sa nation. Avec la Fondation Merck, nous soutenons l'éducation de 40 filles brillantes, mais ici dans des familles défavorisées. Chaque année, ces bourses leur permettent de terminer leurs études secondaires et d'obtenir leur diplôme avec dignité et espoir. Dans cette perspective de la Fondation Bonne Action Umugiraneza a implanté l'école d'excellence Socle du Savoir, un établissement à régime d'internat qui accueille des dizaines de lauréats issus des milliers défavorisés. En ce qui est de la communication, nous avons mené 4 éditions de formation annuelle des médias sur la santé en ligne pour les journalistes burundais, reconnaissant leur rôle puissant à être la voix des sans-voix. De plus, nous avons lancé ensemble de nombreux livres de contes inspirants comme Plus qu'une mère, éduquer Linda, Le secours de Jacqueline, Pas qui vous êtes, une balade vers le futur, Gide sans sucre et l'attention de Merck pour soutenir l'éducation des filles et résoudre d'autres problèmes tels que briser la stigmatisation de l'infertilité, mettre fin au mariage des enfants, l'arrêt de violences basées sur le genre, la sensibilisation sur le diabète et l'hypertension. En outre, nous lançons chaque année le prix Plus qu'une mère et mode de vie sain pour les médias, les cinéastes, les charters, les musiciens et les créateurs de mode au Burundi. Ces prix inspirent nos jeunes et nos talents créatifs à utiliser leurs plateformes pour plaider pour un changement positif. Je ne doute pas que nous continuerons à célébrer de nombreux gagnants remarquables du Burundi dans les années à venir, tout comme nous l'avons fait fièrement dans le passé. Au fil de nos échanges et projets communs, j'ai pu constater l'engagement indéfectible de Merck Foundation à transformer les difficultés en opportunités et les aspirations à réalisation concrète. C'est très encourageant. Je voudrais clore mon propos en nous souhaitant de persévérer, d'être prête à envisager de nouvelles initiatives pour que demain soit meilleur pour tous. Ensemble, promouvoir le bien-être des populations. Je vous remercie.
Merci, Your Excellency, Madame Angeline Ndayishimiye, the First Lady of the Republic of Burundi. Another round of applause. Thank you very much for being here and traveling the long journey. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll invite the First Lady of the Central African Republic, Her Excellency Madame Brigitte Todera, for a keynote speech. She'll be speaking from her seat. Thank you.
Son Excellence, Son Excellence, Madame la Première Dame de Gambie, mes chères sœurs, Excellences, Première Dame d'Afrique et d'Asie, Chairman du Conseil d'administration de la Fondation Merck, Professeur Franck, CEO de la Fondation Merck, Sénatrice, Dr Racha Kelej, Honorables ministres, les partenaires de la Fondation Merck, anciens boursiers et membres des médias, distingués invités, mesdames et messieurs. C'est avec un véritable honneur et une grande joie pour moi d'être parmi vous en ce jour afin de célébrer la 12e édition du Merck Foundation Africa Asia Luminary, ici dans ce magnifique pays, la Gambie. Je suis aussi très heureuse que ma chère sœur, Madame Fatoumata Baro, Première Dame de Gambie, ait accueilli la conférence de cette année, inaugurée par son Excellence, Monsieur Adama Barrow, président de la République de Gambie, représenté par le vice-président. Je voudrais avant tout propos, au nom de ma délégation, au nom du peuple centrafricain et en mon nom propre, transmettre toute ma gratitude à vous, ma très chère sœur, Madame Fatoumata Barrow, première dame de Gambie, et au peuple gambien pour la qualité de votre accueil qui dénote votre hospitalité légendaire. Je tiens également à remercier le professeur Franck, chairman du conseil d'administration de la Fondation Merck, et la sénatrice Dr Racha, CEO de la Fondation Merck, de nous avoir réunis une fois de plus. Au cours de ces 13 dernières années, votre engagement indéfectible en vue d'améliorer les soins de santé et de renforcer les capacités scientifiques et médicales en Afrique et au-delà n'est plus à démontrer. Vous avez contribué à initier des transformations remarquables qui ont impacté et continueront d'impacter durablement nos communautés. Très chères sœurs, premières dames, distinguées personnalités, mesdames et messieurs, qu'il me soit permis de rappeler que depuis 2016, en tant qu'ambassadrice de la Fondation Merck plus qu'une mère, la Fondation Cri de cœur d'une mère que je dirige a mis en œuvre dans mon pays plusieurs programmes ambitieux et je puis vous rassurer que je suis la toute première ambassadrice de ce mouvement si important. Je le répète aujourd'hui parce que certaines personnalités ougandaises et bien d'autres que je salue en sont témoins. Très chères sœurs, premières dames d'Afrique, la Fondation Merck est un partenaire fiable. En effet, mon pays, la République centrafricaine, comme de nombreuses autres nations africaines, est confronté à des défis significatifs en matière de santé, particulièrement dans les domaines de l'infertilité et de la lutte contre la stigmatisation qui entoure l'infertilité. C'est pourquoi l'initiative Plus qu'une mère est d'une importance capitale. Cette initiative nous permet d'œuvrer pour briser la stigmatisation liée à l'infertilité qui touche tant de femmes, souvent victimes de maltraitance, de discrimination, voire d'exclusion sociale, simplement en raison de leur incapacité à procréer. Cette initiative a permis également de sensibiliser le public à l'importante question de l'infertilité masculine, un concept que beaucoup dans nos communautés ignoraient auparavant, favorisant ainsi une plus grande compréhension de leur part et une responsabilité partagée. Très chères sœurs premières dames d'Afrique, distinguées personnalités, mesdames et messieurs, en collaboration avec la Fondation Merck, nous avons lancé le programme Éduquer Linda, qui me tient particulièrement à cœur. L'éducation est l'un des outils les plus puissants que nous puissions offrir à nos filles, car lorsqu'une fille est instruite, elle devient un modèle pour sa famille, sa communauté et pour les générations futures. L'éducation des filles leur offre davantage de perspectives. Elles sont en meilleure santé, elles se marient tardivement et ont des enfants en meilleure santé, elles deviennent des femmes fortes et indépendantes. C'est avec un réel plaisir que je voudrais annoncer que dans le cadre du programme Éduquer Linda, nous offrons chaque année des bourses à 20 écolières brillantes mais défavorisées pour les aider à terminer leurs études et à réaliser leurs rêves. Pour cette année académique 2025-2026, 20 écolières supplémentaires seront prises en d'avoir la chance de rêver grand et d'atteindre ses objectifs. En soutenant l'éducation de ces jeunes filles aujourd'hui, nous formons les leaderships de demain et bâtissons des nations plus fortes. Très chères sœurs, première dame, distingués invités, mesdames et messieurs, la Fondation Merck a également accordé 9 bourses d'études pour des médecins de mon pays dans de nombreuses spécialités médicales critiques telles que l'oncologie, la fertilité, le diabète et la cardiologie. Je saisis cette opportunité qui m'est offerte du haut de cette tribune pour réaffirmer le soutien indéfectible du gouvernement centrafricain sous la très haute clairvoyance de son Excellence, le professeur Faustin Archange Touadéra, président de la République, chef de l'État, au programme de formation de la Fondation Merck. Notre collaboration a déjà permis de former des médecins dans des spécialités critiques et nous aspirons à étendre cette opportunité à davantage de nos professionnels de la santé. Nous avons besoin de renforcer
We need to enhance the capacities of our professionals, of our healthcare workers, in particular in the field of fertility and oncology. These training programs will care in the country by availing the clinics or hospitals with highly qualified staff. We would also, after this training of healthcare workers, we would like to initiate discussions so that we can benefit from the expertise of the Merck Foundation when it comes to the putting in place an assisted birth unit in my country. Together, we are also putting in place initiatives reflecting our collective commitment to sensitize on important issues like the fight against stigma linked to infertility, support to education of girls, an end to FGM and forced marriages, and also gender-based violence. These initiatives have enabled us to promote issues of health such as prevention and early screening of diabetes and hypertension. So my foundation organized in collaboration with the Merck Foundations in July 2025, we trained 42 professionals of the media on health issues. This training has gone a long way in improving significantly reporting on social issues and health issues. Furthermore, since 2018, we are conducting annual awards for the best media work, films, songs, and fashion designs with a view to encouraging our young talents to use their creativity in addressing these critical issues. We have also released together 7 storybooks to address these issues among the children from a very young age, in so doing nurturing a culture of awareness and empathy. Furthermore, these storybooks have been adapted into very interesting animation films which we share through our social media platforms with a view to raising awareness among both the young and the adults. All the above initiatives reflect our collective commitment to use art and media as powerful tools to break the stigma and create a cultural shift, a cultural paradigm. Dear sisters, first ladies, distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen, I would once again like to thank Merck Foundation for its innovative program, which are still benefiting people in our countries and beyond. The Merck Foundation, through this contribution, reminds us that we have to work together in a spirit of solidarity so that each woman and each child would have access to healthcare and the opportunities that they desire. By pulling together our resources, we can change the healthcare system, and also in so doing build a stronger Africa, a healthier Africa, and a more developed Africa. I do hope that all of us would benefit immensely and would be inspired by these two-day conferences. Long live partnership between Marx Foundations and the First Ladies Foundations, and I would like to thank you, and most especially let us take care of ourselves and let us remain in good health. Thank you.
Merci, Your Excellency. Another round of applause for the First Lady of the Central African Republic. Let's now welcome the First Lady of the Republic of Liberia, Mrs. Kartumu Yarta Boakai, for her keynote speech.
Your Excellency, Mr. Mohammed B.S. Jallo, who just served as our keynote speaker, and his darling wife, Her Excellency, Mrs. Fatoumata Barbaro, First Lady of the Gambia, my dear sister and gracious host, Excellencies, my fellow First Ladies of Africa, my beautiful sisters in leadership, Senator Dr. Rachel Kelesh, CEO of my foundation, Professor Dr. Frank Stangenberg, Havington, Chairman of the My Foundation Board of Trustees, Honorable Ministers, My Foundation partners, Luminary, and I will be held in contempt if I don't recognize my own ambassador from the Republic of Liberia to Gambia and Senegal. Just wave to me, Ambassador, as well as my consular. Please wave to me. It's a pleasure having you to back me here. What a sacred joy it is to stand here in the Gambia, a land rich with history, resilience, and unity. I bring you warm greetings from the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Jomo Boakai Sr., my beloved husband. And from the land of liberty, Liberia, the country that single-handedly fought for over a century for African independence. I'm also honored to serve as a guest of honor at this historic 12th edition of My Foundation Africa Asia Luminary. This is a unique gathering, a cathedral of compassion where women who nurture nations meet, transcending the titles of politician wives, but as purpose-driven mothers of Africa. Let it be known, we are not here for a ceremony. We are here because we know this truth. If women are the backbone of society, then First Ladies must be the moral span of leadership. In a continent rising, let it be said, the First Ladies here today, in the year 2025, did more than witness the change. We became its very expression. uh, to Dr. Rachel, the visionary fire starter, and Prof. Frank, the steady lighthouse of wisdom. Thank you for birthing this global platform. The Merck Foundation surpasses a foundation, really. It is the fountain of transformation across our beloved continent. It is a movement. It is a mission. I must sincerely admit that you have worked with us assiduously into ministries, hospitals, communities, schools, and the silent corners where stigma hides. In Liberia, the Merck Foundation's impact is visible and revolutionary. One, in the past, 52 Liberian doctors have received Merck Foundation scholarships in critically underdeserved fields. These specialized degrees are lifesavers to communities. Two, in addition, 71 new scholarships are being processed, and the vetted candidates are preparing to join this journey. I say this without any hesitation. Some of these professionals are the first in our country in their field. The grandeur of all that I would not stop mentioning and boasting about is that our Minister of Health of the Republic of Liberia, herself, and other key leaders in the Ministry of Health in Liberia are proud Merck Foundation alumni. A demonstration of what happens when investment meets integrity. In my Liberian vernacular, I say, thank you plenty, Merck. You have gone above and beyond to train individuals and plant institutions within people. Additionally, through our Educating Learner program, Merck Foundation and my office are supporting the education of 40 brilliant but disadvantaged girls, 20 from previous years and 20 more recently added. I believe these are scholarships and tickets to dignity, votes of confidence, and shield against poverty. In this note, I have learned that health is born first in the home, shaped by mindsets, and strengthened by the messages people consume long before it reaches the hospital. That is why we have fully embraced the Merck Foundation's creative campaigns, from songs and films to media training, children's storybook books, and fashion that tells of healing and hope. Together, we are dismantling stigma, silencing shame, and elevating empathy. And and allow me to say this loudly, infertility is not a woman's fault. Mental illness is not a taboo. Addiction is not a death sentence. And every girl has the right to dream beyond her circumstances. Excellencies, as you have inspired me through your electrifying speeches, presentations, and work in your various countries, I returned to Liberia determined to do more. In July of this year, we launched a $3 million multi-purpose village, a sanctuary of healing designed for mothers battling trauma, youth overcoming addiction, and children living with autism or international disability. It is no ordinary village. It is a place of transformation in Africa's oldest republic, the cradle of Pan-African hope. Liberia is ready, and we invite you to stand with us. I'm convinced that Liberia's journey with Merck is only beginning. And I believe Africa is trying to lead, not by invitation, but by innovation, rooted in compassion. Let me remind you, or remind all of us, of an African proverb, which states, the roots are deep. There is no reason to fear the wind. We are the roots. And our children must not fear the winds of poverty, stigma, or lack. We must be the shelter, the soil, and the sun. Only then will Africa rise with our daughters, leading with wisdom, with will, and with wombs full of wisdom. Once upon a time, there was a piece of clay in the hands of the potter. It feared the heat. It dreaded the fire. But the potter said, without the furnace, you will forever remain fragile. So the clay endured the fire and came out strong, a vessel fit for service. So too, we are the women of Africa, especially first ladies. I repeat, especially first ladies. Refined not by ease or by fire. And now we pour healing into nations. And Merck Foundation has been a fire that helped shape us, not to burn, but to build. My sisters, we are more than first ladies. We are the first responders to suffering, the first believers in potential, and the first defenders of dignity. Let us not live here with handshakes alone, photo ops, or adoration in beautiful attire and cute smiles. Let us live with commitments carved into policy, utilizing new knowledge learned from others, programs shaped by data, reflections applied in practice, and love sealed in nation. To Merck Foundation, I say thank you for making us stronger. To my sisters, I say, let us go home and multiply this movement. To the world, I say, watch Africa rise, led by women, lifted by mothers, and fueled by faith. I close with this. Until the lion learns to write, every story will glorify the hunter. It is time Africa tells its own story through her daughters, her doctors, and her dreams. And in this room today, I see the pens, the pages, and the purpose. Let us write that story boldly with Merck as our ink and sisterhood as our strength. And just like that lionhood remembered she was born to rule, may we too remember who we are, not ornaments of protocol, but architects of possibility. Can make anything possible. My sisters, the time has come for history to record that it was not parliaments alone, but palaces of purpose like this conference room filled with first ladies gathered by Merck Foundation that turned a trial on stigma, silence, and suffering. Let us roll together, not for attention, but for transformation, not for applause, but for impact. Let the world hear us, not as shadows of men's leadership, but as a symphony of mothers rising to redeem a continent, restore its dignity, and redefine its destiny. We are the heartbeat of Africa. Let us speak louder, stronger, and together. I repeat, we are the heartbeat of Africa. Let us beat louder, stronger, and together. Thank you. May God bless Africa, and may God bless the partnership that binds us. I thank you.
Wow. Goosebumps, goosebumps. Big round of applause to the First Lady of Liberia. We are the heartbeat of Africa. Yeah? Yeah. Just turn to your neighbor and tell them you are the heartbeat. Find out if your neighbor has a heartbeat. Yeah? You are the heartbeat. Wonderful. We're not just gathering here, we're also making history. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me the First Lady of the Democratic Republic of Sao Tome and Principe, Her Excellency Mrs. Maria de Fatima Villanova.
You forget to tell us speak Portuguese.
Her Excellency will be delivering her keynote speech in Portuguese, but like we told you, we have translation for that. So please use the headsets. Channel 1 is English, Channel 2 is French.
Good morning. Before I speak in the language Portuguese, I have something to tell the people of Gambia. Thank you so much for reception yesterday. The people from Gambia is a very nice people. And yesterday, I see the crocodile in, in the Gambia. I never see in my life the crocodile calm, only in Gambia. Thank you so much, Gambia. Primeira Dama da República
First
de
Lady
Gambia.
of the Republic of the Gambia,
Sua Excelência, Senhor
Her
Presidente de
Excellency,
Gâmbia, esteve representado pelo Vice-Presidente. Excelências, minhas queridas irmãs,
Excellencies,
primeiras damas africanas,
my sisters, First Lady,
nossos parceiros, Presidente do Conselho de Curadores
our
da
partners,
Fundação Merck e CEO da Fundação Merck.
chairs
Excelências,
of
senhores ministros e senhoras ministras, parceiros da Fundação Merck e ex-alunos e membros da mídia, distintos convidados,
partners and members of the meeting,
senhoras e senhores, estou muito
distinguished
feliz por hoje me
guests.
juntar às minhas irmãs,
I'm very happy to
suas
join my
primeiras damas
sisters,
africanas,
their
e de
excellencies,
todos vós,
the first ladies
como
of
convidados
Africa,
de honra
and all of you
da
as
12ª
guest of honors
edição da
at the 12th
Luminária
edition
África
of the Merck
Ásia
Foundation
da Fundação.
Africa Asia Luminary.
Meus cumprimentos
My
a Sua
regards to His
Excelência, o
Excellency
Sr. Adam
Mr.
Barrow,
Adama Barrow,
Presidente da Gâmbia,
the
e
President
agradeço
of the
por
Gambia,
inaugurar
and
a
with whom
conferência.
I thank for
Gostaria também de
opening this
expressar o meu
conference.
sincero
I would like to extend my
às minhas
sincere
queridas
appreciation
irmãs,
to my dear
Sua
sisters,
Excelência Senhora
Her
Fatoumata
Excellency Madame
Barrow,
Fatoumata Barrow,
Primeira Dama da Gâmbia
the First Lady
e a
of the
Senadora
Republic of the
Dra.
Gambia,
Rasha
and
Khaled,
Senator Dr.
CEO da
Rasha
Fundação
Killage,
Merck, pela
CEO
sua
of the Merck
liderança
Foundation, for their
exemplar
exemplary
na
leadership in
co-regência da
co-chairing
conferência
this
deste ano.
year's conference.
Felicito
I
também
further
a
recognize
orientação
the
visionária
visionary
do
guidance
Professor
of
Frank,
Professor
Presidente
Frank,
do Conselho de Curadores
Chairperson
da
of the Merck
Fundação Merck,
Foundation Board of Trustees,
cuja
whose
liderança
leadership
e
and
apoio
support
continuam a fortalecer
continue to
e
strengthen
expandir
and
o
expand
impacto
the
dos
impact
programas da
of the Merck
Fundação Merck.
Foundation programs.
Senhoras e
Ladies and
senhores,
gentlemen,
juntei-me à Fundação
I
Merck
joined
em
hands with the Merck
2023
Foundation in the year
e tive a oportunidade de
2023,
conhecer os seus
and I had the
programas
opportunity to learn
em
about their
detalhes
programs in
com a minha
detail
irmã,
from my sister, Dr. Rasha Kelej. Soon, we began implementing many of these programs in my country, which made me realize that they bring tangible and meaningful benefits. These initiatives not only provide immediate support, but also create a lasting impact that will benefit our people and generations to come. Through healthcare capacity building, supporting girls' education, and raising awareness about critical social and health issues, we are shaping a healthier future for São Tomé and Príncipe and for the rest of Africa. Together, we have started providing scholarships for our young doctors in the fields of oncology and diabetes care. These scholarships are crucial for our public healthcare sector and will play a significant role in building healthcare capacity in our country, particularly given the size of our island and the limited number of healthcare professionals in our public sector. We view this as the start of a journey and remain committed to enrolling more doctors in many more critical and underprivileged specialties as part of the Merck Foundation Scholarship Program. Moreover, I'm very happy to introduce in our country the Educating Linda and Lindo program, which is very close to my heart as it provides an opportunity to deserving but underprivileged children to reach their full potential and thrive in life. Together, we are providing scholarships for 40 best performing but underprivileged schoolgirls and boys till they graduate. Through these scholarships, we're giving them the opportunity to dream bigger, to succeed, and to contribute meaningfully to our nation's growth. Investing in education is not only a matter of fairness, but also the foundation for sustainable development. An educated girl uplifts not only herself, but her family, her community, and her nation. But this will never be achieved without having educating boys who will grow up to be educated men who can support their families and join hands with their wives in the journey of building healthy and happy families. We have also launched together several community awareness initiatives. We have introduced beautifully crafted children's storybooks along with their accompanying animation films in Portuguese language. These creative resources represent an innovative and powerful way of raising awareness about key social and health issues at an early age. Merck Foundation has sent us thousands of copies of the children's storybook that we're going to distribute in our schools in partnership with the Ministry of Education. We are also making the animation films widely accessible by sharing them on our social media and we also broadcast in our national television so they can benefit the whole nation. In addition, we recently hosted the third edition of the annual Merck Foundation Health Media Training for our journalists. The training program is conducted in Portuguese language and addressed by top medical and media experts every year. It is well appreciated by our journalists as it underscores the vital role media professionals play in raising awareness and developing the community. An educated girl elevates not only herself but also her family. Media professionals also support in raising awareness, breaking stigmas, and creating a culture shift. Furthermore, we have launched 8 annual prestigious Merck Foundation Awards under the themes More Than a Mother and Diabetes and Hypertension. These awards are for media, musicians, fashion designers, filmmakers, and students, as well as emerging talents from these fields. Through these awards, we're encouraging our youth to harness their creativity as a force for raising awareness about key issues. Ladies and gentlemen, we are fully committed to work hand in hand with Merck Foundation and with my dear sisters, First Ladies of Africa and Asia, to create a lasting change across our continent. Thank you, and may our shared journey continue to bring hope, health, and prosperity to our people in Africa.
Thank you so much.
Obrigado, Your Excellency. Another round of applause to the First Lady of the Democratic Republic of Sao Tome and Principe. Thank you so much for your address. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me Her Excellency Madame Marie Kone Faye, the First Lady of Senegal.
Excellence, Monsieur le Président, représenté par son président, Excellence, la Première Dame de la Gambie, mes chères sœurs, Excellences, les Premières Dames d'Afrique, mes chers partenaires, vétérans du Conseil d'administration de la Fondation Merck et la TIO de la Fondation Merck, Excellences, les ambassadeurs, Monsieur le ministre, distingués invités, Mesdames et Messieurs, c'est un immense plaisir et un grand honneur de me joindre à vous tous en tant qu'invité d'honneur de la 12e édition du Merck Foundation Africa Asia Luminary 2025. C'est un bonheur de retrouver mes chères sœurs, les Premières Dames d'Afrique, qui sont aussi également des ambassadrices de la Fondation Merck plus qu'une mère. C'est un véritable privilège d'avoir son Excellence, le Président, représenté par son vice-président, parmi nous.
Represented
Sa présence souligne l'importance de cette conférence.
the Excellency, the President of the Gambia, and his presence highlights the importance of this conference and reinforces our collective dedication to advancing healthcare and empowering communities in our countries across Africa. I would particularly like to thank my dear sister, Mrs. Fatoumata Barrow, First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia, for welcoming us so warmly to your beautiful country. And I also like to extend my deep appreciation to our partners, Professor Frank, Chairman of the Merck Foundation Board of Trustees, and Senator Dr. Rasha Kalesh, CEO of the Merck Foundation, for their steadfast commitment in bringing us all together and for their program that continue to drive real impact. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our partnership with Merck Foundation began only recently, but all the same, we have already made remarkable progress. Today, I am pleased to share with you the outcome of our joint programs in our country, Senegal. As you all know, skilled and dedicated doctors form the backbone of any nation's healthcare system. And this is why, together, we are advancing our healthcare capacity when it comes to healthcare. I am proud to share that so far, Merck Foundation has provided 29 scholarships for our Senegalese doctors, young Senegalese doctors. These scholarships cover fundamental sectors for our populations, namely fertility, embryology, diabetes care, and oncology. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, education is the key to everything. So I am also happy to inform you the launching of the program Educate Linda. This is a strategic program, and I am sure that investing in girls' education is one of the most powerful tools that we have to change our communities and our nations. Educated girls would not marry early, they lead a better and productive life, and they participate actively in the decision-making process and play an important role in the future of their families and their societies. Within the framework of the program Educating Linda, we offer scholarships to 40 best performing schoolgirls who are underprivileged, and we help them all the way to their graduations. So I am very proud of this achievement, as it helps our girls to have a better future. Furthermore, several school books would be distributed very soon. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have also put in place numerous community awareness initiatives as part of the More Than a Mother campaign with a view to addressing critical social and health issues. These efforts focus inter alia on breaking infertility stigma, raising awareness about male infertility, and putting an end to child marriage, stopping gender-based violence and female genital mutilation, FGM. Also, to promote awareness about diabetes, hypertension. Now, to give impetus to this cause, we recently conducted our first annual online health media training to underscore the important role of journalists as they are the spokesperson. We have also launched together with the More Than Mother program and diabetes and hypertension annual awards for media, filmmakers, singers, and musicians and fashion designers. I am convinced that in so doing we will be celebrating the Senegalese youth, because our country is full of young talents. And finally, we would very soon launch the 7 children's storybooks that address all these issues. And these stories have been adapted into animation films, and thousands of copies will be distributed. For us, each of these initiatives is important as they represent steps forward in raising awareness and creating a meaningful culture shift. I am very proud of our partnership with Merck's Foundation and the meaningful impact it has already created for our people. I would like to commend the strengthening of this collaboration further, and also to building a long-term partnership that will continue to change the lives and also to shape a healthier future for our nation. On that note, I would like to thank you for
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. First Lady of Senegal. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I'd like to welcome Dr. Rasha to come and move a photo of thanks. Dr. Rasha is the CEO of Merck Foundation and also the co-chairperson of this year's Luminary. Welcome. Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Gambia.
Rasa, I think you are welcoming me in the Gambia.
Yes.
I traveled from Banjul to
Yes.
here. Now, I will also say to you, you are welcome to the Gambia for the second time.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We appreciate you all. It was an early morning thing. I know there is one lady here. I don't want to recognize her, but I have to. Her Excellency, the former Vice President.
Oh.
Yes. Thank you for coming. And during my statement, I couldn't recognize the ambassadors and other dignitaries from the UN. Sorry for everything, but it's because of my statement. The salutation was too short, and I wanted to see how best we will finish before time, because we have another guest to be received at the airport. Thank you very much for everything. To the Gambian Luminary, alumni, thank you for attending and keep making the Gambia flag fly higher and higher. To the honorable ministers, thank you. It's like the whole government is here right now in this place. Thank you. It's a cabinet section right now. Thank you, everyone. To the media, thank you very much. To the securities, police band, the protocols, drivers, to everyone, thank you.
Thank you very much for Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Gambia, for hosting us and to be the co-chair of the 12th edition of Merck Foundation Africa Asia Luminary. Thank you for all of you for your time. Thank you for Merck Foundation alumni, partners, ambassadors. Thank you for Excellencies, the First Ladies of Africa. Thank you for being with us. Thank you, Professor Frank Stangenberg-Haverkamp, the chairman of Merck Foundation and the founder of Merck Foundation. Thank you all. Thank you, Merck Foundation team and partners. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you very much. We'll have another group photo before the First Ladies leave. Members of the press, please come and take those photos. Yeah, we believe those will be on the front page of the paper tomorrow. James, please organize the First Ladies. Yes. Yes, members. That is a second. We'll now switch out with the hashtags of what the First Ladies are doing in their countries. All right. More hashtags. All right. Thank you. We'll allow the First Ladies to leave. Yes. Thank you very much, Police Band. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have lunch served for our ministers and high-ranking dignitaries in the cafeteria banquet just down the corridor. And we've also organized lunch for everyone in the banquet hall downstairs. Please go and have a meal. And let's converge here at 2 p.m. again for the high-level ministerial engagement at 2 o'clock. So see you in exactly 1 hour.